It doesn't look as big of a leopard as he did when he was sitting down. He looked way more impressive. And I do actually, in fact, think that this is Quarantine. He's definitely nowhere near the size of Tingana, and it would explain the behavior from Inkanyeni, with her not being sort of receptive of him, sort of acting a little bit more on the aggressive side. And it's bizarre, though, that they didn't count that one small spot on his face, and they've only given him a 3-3. Disappearing now. I'm not even sure if we can traverse over there. I suppose I should have a look. I think we're able to. We need to try and keep up with him. Okay, we're going to head into the bushes again. Inkanyeni's coming. Hang on. Oh my goodness, this is really interesting. Now she's following him. I wonder why. Now, there's two things that could be happening here. Like I said, I'm very uncertain as to how old Inkanyeni's cubs are. Maybe she's coming, she's just going, maybe this behavior that we're seeing is actually her wanting to say hello to Quarantine. The fact now that she's following him, I thought if she was going to stay behind, that would have made a bit more sense. But now it seems as though the tables are turning a bit. She's following exactly the same route that he's walking, and we know that leopards like to do this. Often when the females are sort of trying to court the males, it's the opposite way when it comes to leopard. The ladies show the men when they are coming into estrus and she is ready to mate. But let's see, let's follow. This is very interesting. Yeah, picking up on his rolling in the scent. Oh my goodness, look at her leg. Can you see that? There's a lot of blood coming on her off her paw there. Now, I wonder if this is not from all the thorns that was stuck on her leg, or maybe she's already got into a bit of a quarrel with Quarantine. Can you see that? Oh, no. Now, it looks quite raw. There seems to be quite a bit of blood, but she was walking fine. She wasn't even limping. So it's definitely just a superficial wound. Well, that's good to know, and often these cats, unfortunately, do succumb to these injuries, and when they bleed, sometimes it makes it look a lot worse. Maybe even if it was from one of the thorns or something that she got stuck on her legs. Often they have an anticoagulant in it, and it often increases the blood flow, which can make a wound look a little bit worse. But like I said, we didn't see her limping, so that's fantastic news for us. We didn't see that earlier as she was walking around. But I think she'll be fine. It's on her paw. It's easily accessible. She'll clean it and she'll keep grooming it and keep it nice and clean. Now, leopards, you are being very interesting. So I'm happy, though, that I've come to the conclusion. I think it's Quarantine. It does look like a youngish male. Now, I'm very uncertain about this behavior that we're sort of witnessing. Just before we arrived in the sighting, a couple of the guides did say that they were fighting. Excuse me. That they were having a bit of an argument. But now it's interesting to see. Now, I can't see Quarantine anymore. He's disappeared into a very thick silver cluster leaf forest, and with lots of marulas and fallen trees.